What is the one thing a journalist should not do to upset a source?
Reveal any
Reveal the source.
reveal the source. Yeah, reveal the source. Yeah, yeah. Like when I did my stories in Balochistan, I don't know whether you've read any of those. I wrote about enforced disappearances and the kill and dump policy. So in Balochistan, I kept a really small footprint. Like hardly anybody knew. I went undercover, and because I was really, I was very mindful of the fact that, if I'm careless, they could get into very serious trouble.
How did you go into undercover in Balochistan?
Through friends, just very few people, very few people knew who I was. I took on a assumed identity, and that's how I.
And when you moved and you spoke to people about what was happening, did they know that you're going to write about it?
Yeah, they knew I was going to write about it. Yeah.
So they
Many of them knew, but even not all of them knew. But I did not quote any names or anything. So that is why I had to be doubly careful. That I could not expose them to harm. And then that I kind of the timeline. I wouldn't kind of keep it very linear. I'd come back and I wouldn't do the story immediately. Like after maybe 2 months or so, I'd call up the commander or whatever, and then say, "Oh yeah, I was there last week." So then they don't really know when I was there. So those kind of little things you have to. So luckily, no one got hurt or nobody got came to any harm.
What did you develop as an understanding of Balochistan after doing those stories?
Just that before my view was informed just by the official propaganda. After that, I realized it's so much more nuanced, and very nuanced, and like a lot of people over there, the Baloch, they themselves are so fed up of the young people being drawn into this as well. I remember one man saying, "Why can't these separatists let our children, get educated, grow up? Why do they draw them into this?" And then on the other side, they're just being pulled in different directions.